So does anyone remember something called the WonderSwan? That is fucking awful. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. The WonderSwan was made by Bandai, I believe. It was a black and white portable console. WonderSwan. Yeah, there's a color version, too. This is not the color version. This was like an attempt to compete with Game Boy, I guess. Released Yokoi. Actually, GunPey Yokoi made this, and it was the last piece of hardware Yokoi developed before his death. Released in 1999. Yeah. So, I guess we'll check out some of these crusty games. Hang on a minute, though. I have to read a thing. What a fucking horrendous engine. How do I play this? There's no options for, like, how to, like, press buttons. Okay, I can press start. Okay, so there's some, like, default buttons, I guess. But yeah, someone sent in this, WonderSwan pack. And I said, you know, maybe. This it seemed like something that could be cool. Jackal vetted it. I mean, at the very least, it could be some kind of, like, video game history, which is something I like to do on the stream every now and then, but boy, that was terrible. I don't know how entertaining this is actually going to be. But I can show you some weird ports. Did we just lose sound? Try one more time, see if we get sound this time. Oh yeah, we were supposed to get sound. Oh my god, this thing sounds fucking wretched. So I guess I'm like a robot fucking animal. Vinny, it shouldn't sound like that on real hardware. Okay, so apparently this thing is not a good emulator for WonderSwan. If I could afford and find a real WonderSwan, I'd perhaps give that a shot, but I have a feeling this is like kind of abandonware. I'll just keep this as low as possible. This game is terrible. I'm gonna just... Oh god, this is not good. This is one of the worst sounding things ever. Well, there is Puyo Puyo, at least. I'm just gonna pretend that the audio is, like, glitches, and that there is no audio for this thing. Well, it's Puyo Puyo, alright. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a cabbage green. It's just black and white. So, you would think, why does this need to exist when the Game Boy was doing fine, but I guess someone wanted a piece of the action? not a fantastic version of Puyo, but it's functional. It was popular in Japan. Oh, okay. Beatmania, so this is a music-focused game. So it's tall screen. I didn't know that was a thing. Does this sound any better in, the WonderSwan was rotatable? Oh, cool. Does, I'm wondering if BizHawk makes this sound less shitty. Couldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt. Okay, well this fucking train wreck of a segment will be, I'm still gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna use BizHawk for it. Let's see. Yeah, who knows, maybe it'll sound good. As in, sounds like nothing at all! Wow, I like how this sounds 10 times better than the dedicated WonderSwan emulator. Oh, so this is what it was supposed to sound like. Well, it's got, believe it or not, a way better sound engine than the Game Boy. Okay. Crazy Climber. I'm just gonna continue. We're just gonna go through as many of these as possible. Crazy Climber. Yeah, again, apparently this thing was kind of popular. This looks like slightly better than Game & Watch. Oof. What am I supposed to do? Oh, you control one, like, arm at a time, I guess? You press up to move your arm up, and then down. Oh, it's like, it's quappish. The original of this required 2 joysticks, one for each arm. Oh, it's... I'm surprised there's as much knowledge about the WonderSwan in chat as there is. This one's called Engacho. Is that a floating ass? Oh, I've played this on a different system. Yeah, I remember the floating ass now. I remember those ass. And yet I can't get past the first puzzle stage. Final lap. Wow, they're attempting, like, graphics? Oh my god. Yeah, I remember hearing about this system, and I guess reading about it in, like, gaming magazines, but... I was like... It's still black and white. I know there's a color version, which apparently looks about as good as GBA, but... I mean, the technology is way better than the Game Boy, even though it's in black and white. This is actually fairly smooth. Unlike my brain. Oh, wait, very much like my brain, but... Yeah, this isn't too bad. Pretty annoying sounds regardless, but... Oh, Final Pro Wrestling. For WonderSwan. The year 2000. Certainly a lot of menus. If, Chat, I have no idea how to play this game. I can't figure it out. I press start. Yeah, yeah, press start, select all the buttons, every one of the buttons, none of them work. First option is next. I guess I have to just select. All unique wrestlers. Finally got it. And let's see if it was worth it. Probably not. Some pretty good animations for crust, like the embodiment of human crust. Please, go back up. Get back up. Get back in the ring. Yeah, I mean, it's okay for a portable, like, if you're gonna play a portable wrestling game in black and white, I guess this is an okay one. Frog game. I feel like I've played something like this. What the fuck was this thing in that, that fake collection of video games, like the retro game collection? I feel like something similar to this was in there. The Areno thing. This is called Ninja JaJaMaru-kun. Game Center CX, yeah. Retro Game Challenge. Yeah, some of these games aren't terrible. I'm going, like, super quick. It's also, like, 3:22. It's the end of the stream. I wasn't even positive this was gonna happen tonight, the WonderSwanning. But, it's a puzzle game where you place stuff. I'm sure you've seen it. GunPey. Spelled differently than Gunpei Yokoi. Pretty decent visuals. And the sound... Honestly, the sound chip in this doesn't sound too bad. I thought it was gonna be terrible based on initial impressions, but it's decent. It's like Tetris Attack, but... Oh. You have to make a line across the screen. Oh, interesting. I've never seen a puzzle game like this before. It's kind of cool. Yeah, this is a neat concept. Man, I was prepared to make fun of all of these games, but some of them are pretty good. Fucking even Namco was on the system. Moonlight Museum. I mean, Game Boy was tough. Sony couldn't even topple Game Boy. Well, at the time it was DS, but... Nintendo's always had a really strong grasp of the handheld market. But apparently this did decent in, Oh, it's Klonoa. This apparently did pretty decent in Japan, at least. This is very playable. Oh, I think I need to, I know that noise, that... Bunya! Why do I know that noise? Someone said the PSP was decent. Oh! Make no mistake, the PSP was actually really great. In a lot of ways. Like, I, you know, borrowed my friends, I've, like, played a lot of PSP games in, on the computer. There's some good PSP. I never played Vita, so I have no comment on that. But the PSP was cool. Yeah, the homebrew. I did several PSP homebrew streams. So we'll just keep going down the list. Lode Runner. Many of you will have to take a shot when I say this, but when I was a kid I thought Blade Runner and Lode Runner were, like, in the same universe. But, yeah, Lode Runner is one of these, Lode Runner is, like, the first several years of the NES. You know, it's, like, very arcadey, everything takes place in one area. I don't remember if I've ever even played Lode Runner of any kind when I was a kid, but I remember the name. Temple Drop. Now, the WonderSwan was a little ahead of its time, wasn't it? Oh, that's me. When it comes to flipping to vertical mode. Mobile games before mobile games. This is pretty decent. It's Bobble-esque. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Magical drop. Makaimura is next. Also, this segment is going very, very smooth. I thought this was gonna be a shit show, because that emulator was fucking awful, but BizHawk is just killing it. Ghosts and Goblins? Capcom, yeah? So let's see if this is a decent Ghosts and Goblins port. Well, it doesn't sound as good as some of the other games, but it's playable. Game's a fucking nightmare to me anyway. Pretty decent. If I had a WonderSwan and nothing else, and, you know, I wanted to play this game, I'd be happy with this, I suppose. It's a little slower, which is kind of good in some ways, because I always get overwhelmed by, the fuck am I, a baby? Looks like Mario. Oh, he's got a sucker. No, I'd be fine with this game if someone, like, bought this for me as a Christmas present or something. I'd be like, yeah, it's alright. And also, again, the fact that there's less enemies on the screen means I can die less, perhaps? Perhaps. Maybe I will die just as much. Fewer times. Yes, fewer. Stannis. So here's something by HAL, licensed by Bandai. It's called, Mingle Magnet. It's the Chocobo theme song. How did I lose? It works. Almost works. Sorry, can you say that again? That's the name of the game. You heard it. I'm not gonna say it again. You heard it already. So I guess I guess a baseball game was included in this collection. I'm not gonna know how to play this right away, but I'll tell you what, looks okay. Yeah, it looks like the Game Boy baseball game. Golf. It's called Nice On! I would have a kind of a tough time playing this, I think. If I played Mario Golf and then I went back to play this, I'd have a real tough time. Just very simple NES type golf game. It's fine. Pocket Fighter is next. We'll go through these. We got, let's say, another 8 minutes of stream, let's say. And I think I might be able to get through most of these. Now, hang on a minute. I think most of us know who these characters are, but they are chibi. Capcom, you know, they lent some of their big guns to this system, huh? Why is stuff falling off of him? That's weird. Yeah, I mean, it works. I'm glad they didn't try to just port over regular Street Fighter. It probably would have been a little bit weird looking on this system, so the fact that they went with a different style... kinda cool. And there's even a weird game mechanic where you knock coins out of your opponent. Whoa! This thing only has a couple buttons though, so there's not really much you can do with it. Puzzle Bobble. More puzzle. This is much better on the PS1. Oh, there's a PS1 version of that. Okay. I thought that was designed for WonderSwan. So, here's what Bubble Bobble looks like without color. I like when you shoot boobs. That's fun. Well, it's Bubble Bobble, and it's a good portable version of it. Rainbow Islands Putty's Party. Oh my god. 20 years ago, man. I can't believe WonderSwan is now 20 years old. I remember WonderSwan when it was just a young swan. I guess that's the load function. I'm doing my best to make it through all this. Maybe this is a visual novel? Not a visual novel, like a story, like adventure game. Oh wait, no, it's a platformer. That was a lot of build-up for what is ostensibly Lode Runner again. No, it's a little different than Lode Runner, but I get to trap them in rainbows. See, it's nice. There's no violence and killing, even though that fucking thing is dead now. Did they get the license to Somewhere Over the Rainbow? Or is it like public domain by now? I don't really like this one very much. Too slow. This one I think you'll be very interested in, chat. So, I think Megaman Bass is actually a pretty decent game. It's not the best Mega Man game, but I liked it. The Super Nintendo version. Let's see how it holds up on WonderSwan. Well, it's slower. Oh boy. Good music. Oof. There's a GBA version too, that's right, yeah. I think the GBA version was the one that was released in the West. I don't believe the original was released over here. I don't like this very much. I know I'm only playing it for a second, but initial impressions... I mean, if you had to get a Mega Man game for a portable, why not this, right? But then again, the Mega Man games on the Game Boy were pretty rough too. They were made kind of more specifically for the Game Boy, and they did their best, but those games were fucking difficult. I had like 2 or 3 of them, never completed a single one. Mega Man Extreme is one that I didn't play. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a port. I think they built this one from the ground up. And, I just think they tried their best, but I can't really say. I don't think I would enjoy playing that whole game. It's just very slow and, like, the controls don't have that Mega Man good feel. So here's another puzzle game. A lot of puzzle games. I guess portable works well for puzzle game. This is a weird version of the Wire game with, like, Tetris. But in a way that I don't think I like very much. Because you kind of have to just always fill up the garbage. Yay. If you're good, you don't. I guess you could just wait for the pieces. Boy, I really fucked this up. Yeah, if you wait for the right pieces, you could probably fudge that a little bit. I'm just gonna do a couple more. I have, like, there's, like, 15 more. But I'm gonna just choose a couple of interesting names that seem familiar, or interesting, or whatever. So, Shanghai Pocket, I don't know, maybe this is a puzzle game again. Yep, it's Mahjong. Space Invaders. Let's see what this looks like on the WonderSwan. Oh boy. Oh, this is not strictly Space Invaders, not much of a remake. This is not like a Game Boy Color Enhanced Edition or whatever. This is... It's just Space Invaders. It does it just fine. Tekken Card Challenge. You notice the title screen was the Lavos, psychedelic area? Is this like cards, Pokemon, and Tekken all mixed together? If I understood what the fuck was happening, I might enjoy this, but for the time being, I'm just going to move on to the next one. I gotta find out what this is. Okay, so it's not what I thought it was. That's okay. C2PO. That's great. It's the only one I can fucking read. It's C2PO. Oh, okay. It's, cards. Is this asshole? Hearts. Never mind, keep moving. This one's called Turntablist DJ Battle. Okay, so we already had one music-themed game, and now we have another one. Oh my god, this is so year 2000. It's amazing. I have no idea how to play this. That's fine. No need for me to learn how to play this. That's fine. I kind of see what's going on, but whatever. It's very confusing. Now is not the time at almost 4 AM. Okay, so this is Wonder Stadium. And then Wonder Stadium 99, I guess it's a collection of sports minigames by Namco. So some baseball and stuff like that. WonderSwan Handy Sonar. Chat, is this real sonar? Like a fucking fish finder? So I guess you can use this to find fish. Interesting. Didn't Game Boy have one of these too? I'm pretty sure the, what's his name covered it. The gaming historian dude. It's like a weird attachment they sold in Japan so that you could, use your Game Boy to help you detect fish. I mean, Buffer's Evolution was what I tried earlier, and, just the music was annoying, the game itself confused me, and I didn't really get it, but... Someone said check out the earlier games, so, I mean, the least I can do is at least take a look at it. I'll tell you what, it's a lot faster than it was before. Music doesn't hurt. And, there's one more game, it's in its own folder, it's Kakutao Ryoyu Densetsu Bistro Recipe Wonder Battle Hen. What a name. So it's a cooking game. Well, this limited collection of WonderSwan games. They were fine. I have a much more positive opinion of the WonderSwan now than I ever did. This looks like a cooking RPG, maybe? It's like a souped-up Game Boy, but, you know, 10 years later, just about, and... You know, Game Boy Color was already out, so I get why this thing kind of maybe didn't take off, and the WonderSwan Color also I don't know if that sold well in Japan, but... It's a neat little device that, if I had, I'd probably enjoy a couple games on it. Pokemon with food. Yeah, it kinda looks like that. Vinny, will you also check out WonderSwan Color and Crystal games? It's certainly possible if someone makes a collection and wants me to do a historical analysis, then yeah, I might be interested in that. Surprising number of rhythm and, like, sound games. This is a dancing game, Street Dancer. Like, DJ rhythm stuff. I guess this was, like, kind of big at the time. Also, last game I'm gonna be playing for the night. Relatively simple. Alright, well that's the WonderSwan. That ended up being a very interesting thing, and I'm glad that I ditched that other game to check out the WonderSwan's games, because, you know, I actually really enjoy seeing ports of more popular games to less powerful hardware. I've talked about that on stream plenty. Like, the Megaman port was very interesting to me. The Street Fighter Pocket Battle thing, whatever that was cool. Like, I like seeing games from big developers get ported over to a different system. And it seems like they put some effort into this. So, not bad. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. That was Sunday stream. What a weird one. Tonight was a weird one. I'm all kinds of fucked up from it, so... Good. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. I I did the best I could. I hope you enjoyed it on some level.